So hi, it's Greg from Curry Country Living, and today we are in the museum, the Pilot Mound and District Museum, which is going to have a grand opening on the 25th of March. And I'm going to get these two girls to introduce themselves.
Cheryl Schwalm.
And Heather Brewster.
And you guys are involved how? Let's start with you, Heather. How are you involved with the museum?
I've been chair since 2003, and Cheryl has been on for 2 years now. Yep.
So Cheryl, like, you're from the area originally.
Right.
You moved away from home.
Yep.
You've come back home.
Yep, moved away for, I don't know, it was in the late 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now you're back working with old things.
Yeah.
So what, was there an interest in it, or what got you interested in this?
Yeah, I do like the history, and I wanted to see the museum open again.
Right.
I like to keep busy, so yeah.
What's one of the things that you found in the museum that just blows you away that you didn't know about the area? I'm sure you've heard lots of stuff, but what's something that you've picked up that you didn't know?
Oh, I think I picked up something in every area, but the prehistoric or the mound history, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And Heather, we've worked on different projects where you've been involved with the Tivoli, and I guess I'm going to have to mention this right away. Like, we're in the Millennium Complex.
Yes,
right
we
now.
are. Second level.
Second level,
Yeah.
Millennium Complex, and for anyone that doesn't know anything about the Millennium Complex, like, we've got the theater in here.
Multifunction.
We got a curling rink, a 3-sheet curling rink in here.
Daycare.
A daycare.
Batting cage.
Batting cage.
Hockey academy.
Hockey academy, and now
Skating club.
Yeah, it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
And
You said theater.
Yep. Tivoli, yeah.
yeah. And so now the old museum was downtown, right beside the Kinsman, in the basement. If I
in the
remember
basement,
right.
913 square feet.
So what do we have here for square feet?
Slightly over 2,300 square feet.
And you guys know I just took the drone up here and I just went around, and it was beeping like but it was easy to fly in. It's not
We've got
crowded.
lots
It doesn't
of space.
seem like you're shoved into a bunch of spaces. And
No.
So you got this grand opening happening. What's going to happen with the grand opening? We'll start with you.
We're starting off with the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Yeah, we've got our MP, our MLA, and we're having somebody from council is going to be here as well with a few remarks. I might say something. Then we'll have our ribbon cutting, and then even as it's a bigger space, there'll be hopefully lots of people here that day, but we'll still have cake and coffee downstairs that day. And yeah, so people can tour through, but we're also going to be open right through spring break until April 2nd for spring break.
Okay.
So no admission, we are all donation.
All donation.
All donation.
And I'll get that information off you and put it in the details below,
Sure.
so that so people know when you're open and how to get a hold of you and stuff.
Yep.
So what even if you do get and you will, I'm sure, because I think a lot of people are going to be interested in this. Even if you do have a whole bunch of people, there's lots of room just outside.
There's lots of room outside,
and it's a nice circular area here.
It's set up as a self-tour, and it's kind of chronologically. So the first thing you see when you come in will be pre-settlement, and we've developed these panel boards, and Brandy McKay and Gardner Signs are just making them right now, so we're going to have those up. And the rest of it is all set up to be able to view self-guided. We have legends.
Yeah.
So, and it's all numbered, so you can look at the number.
I noticed the numbers.
Yeah.
So like you'll be able to look at it and say there's a picture with number 21 on it just over there. You'll be able to
So
look
you
at
can pick up the legend. Yeah, that way, because we're relying on volunteers to come and sit.
Right.
So if a volunteer maybe isn't from here but has lived in Pilot Mound for 10 years, there's a lot of names that aren't here anymore that were here for a long time.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to say, well, I can leave that as a note for the girls that know, or for the board if they've got a question.
Yeah.
And
I guess we should also mention there's an elevator.
yes.
Like
Right.
if-
Very important.
That's actually the elevator right behind you, but actually what's on that is original mound house wood that was planed at Preston in 1879, 1880.
Okay, so it's just before I get lost, right behind me, and I'll take a better
Okay.
shot of it later if it's not showing on this camera, is the elevator.
Right.
And before we go any further than that, the elevator, they would get out and they would just have to come around on the...
Right here.
Just
Right
right
here.
here.
Oh, right behind us.
Yeah.
It's like 3 steps.
Yeah, and the day of the opening, we've got volunteers that will help bring everybody through and work the elevator.
Well, that's great because my mom was interested in coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, the wood behind me, you were just talking about the wood.
That's original. All square nails are still in there. You can still see some of the paper that's stuck to it that was used as like an insulation, I
Yep.
guess. But it
Yep.
was originally what we would call the Knox Wood House, or what maybe a generation or two would call the Pumpkin House in Pilot Mound. And so we used it to cover the cinder block. And then on the bottom is different brick and fieldstone that Joseph Saunders had bricked for us. And there's brick from the Kemp House, there's brick from different houses.
So there's a story.
There's a story
for-
everywhere in here.
for the-
Every detail
so-
has a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you two are board members. How many on the board?
5.
5.
So we have you two. Let's do.
There's 5. There's Cheryl, myself, Larry Harms, Jill Lintz, and Pam Cavers.
Oh, great board.
Great board because everybody's got a good strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you looking for more board members, or are people interested in getting involved?
Volunteers.
Okay. You're looking
More
for
volunteers. Even if somebody just wants to come up one Saturday a month, like 2 to 4, that's it.
Okay.
You want to sit and crochet, knit, cross stitch. If you want to just walk around and look at things.
Yeah.
If you feel like dusting, we'll let you dust. That's fine too.
And the internet works here, so you're.
It does, so you
Yes,
can get
so
on
that's
with
always
Wi-Fi
important,
too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you just never know who's going to come through the doors, and
No.
conversations are started here, I tell you.
So if people have stuff that they're interested in donating, like I know
Yep.
sometimes people, loved ones have passed on, and all of a sudden they're cleaning out inventory, and they go, oh gosh, it's got to be put somewhere. Like, are you looking for stuff still, or are you?
Our donation policy is pretty specific to things that are to the province, and items that we don't have already.
Okay.
So like, we kind of ended up doubling up on switchboards. We had none for 50 years, and now we have 2.
And now you have 2.
But that's okay, because one's from Snowflake and one's from Pilot Mound.
Oh,
but
perfect.
like, for instance, radios, we have 5. We don't need any more sewing machines. I
No.
think we're up at half a dozen sewing machines
So
right
how
now.
does that work with the province? Like, I know there is something there. Like, this is a public museum, but everything here is owned by
The Pilot Mound and District Museum.
museum.
Yeah.
Right.
But if we had wanted to get down to only having 1 radio, we have also and every museum in the province has a de-accession policy.
Okay.
So you can't just sell it. It has to go to another
That's where
museum.
I was going with that. Right.
Yeah,
So
so-
when people feel like they're donating, they can rest assured that it's not going to be resold for a
Right.
profit.
No, never.
No.
We
So-
can buy things, like we've bought one thing since I've been chair, and it was a seed wheat bag from Benecom Seed Plant that was here in Pilot Mound. I bought it off eBay for $35, and it was in Iowa. But you can see it in our business section.
Really?
Yep, yeah.
I'll
I
make
just
sure I get a
happened
shot
to
of that.
see
Don't
it.
let me walk out. We'll get
Yeah.
a shot of that. So,
Yeah.
So basically, it's one more great asset for Pilot Mound and District and area.
Yeah.
And lots to do in the complex if you're coming for, maybe you're a parent bringing some kids to the batting cage and you want to take a tour and the museum's open, you can open it. And with that, we're going to end off, because I got this little thing in my hand I've just been wanting to, but give me a little bit of history in what I'm standing in front of.
This is our newest edition today, at like 1:15. Pilot Mound Pilot Mound Collegiate Institute, and it's the Pilot Louise Band, which had members from all over the municipality, and a lot of different members. There was lots of different ages, and so yeah, as far as we know, this is the last thing that survives that band. So
Right on.
we're glad to have it.
So I'm going to end this off with saying thanks very much for talking
Thank
to
you.
me,
Thanks
girls.
for coming,
I won't
Craig.
ask you about your nickname because you said you
I
weren't
know.
going to tell me.
No.
And did you have a nickname?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll just leave it at that. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you like that video, consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the Curry YouTube channel. Thanks. Or leaving comments. I love the comments. If you guys have any questions about the museum,
Yep.
I'll put all the links in the description
good.
below. You can always go on the municipal website and find information.
Yep.
And I know you guys always like getting donations. It's a non-profit organization, so
Right. Yep.
donations are always welcome. So with that, stay safe and we'll catch you next time. Perfect.